This is Woo. I'm here to talk to you guys about a couple of things. Happy holidays. It's a pretty good season right now. I just got done wrapping gifts. So now I have a couple of minutes to talk about a topic. I actually thought I was recording this earlier. I did it earlier, and I noticed after I listened back there was absolutely no sound. Mind you, I'm new at this, so I at first I was like frustrated, but I just had to laugh at myself, and I was like, I'll just come back and re-record this, whatever. But what I wanted to talk about is a video I seen on X, and it was a video pertaining to dads talking about fathering their daughters, and it was based out of the UK. So these guys was basically talking about how they pour into their daughters, how they love their daughters, trying to raise them up to basically good, functioning, and loving, women in the future. And you would think with this type of post, it was just, get everyone and, in a good mood, in a good feeling. It's good to see, unfortunately, it's a narrative, mostly online, that most black men don't take care of their children. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like that's a complete lie, but I will say that it's not 100% truthful. Being that I can talk about my own personal experience, even though a lot of people like to say that's anecdotal, like you can't go off of your personal experience, but I just think when people say that, that's a form to try to dismiss your experience or what you grew up around, because that's how you learn things. That's how you able to assess what is going on in society. So basically, I grew up with a mother and a father in the home. I had I would say what is coined the American family. My dad worked. My mom worked. We went on family vacations. I never wanted for anything. When I was in school programs, they were always there. Everything I wanted to do, they did it. When I was 16, I got my first car. Most of my friends, I could count on, I would say maybe two of my friends did not have their father in the home, and that was extremely, at that time, as a adolescent and a child, and even as a teenager, that was extremely different and unusual. I know that it was definitely there because, I have seen it, but for the most part, parents were in the home, So, I have a great father. He raised me and my four sisters. He poured a lot into us. He was always there. Even going beyond my uncle, he was married, or he is still married, raised up his children. I have an aunt, uncles. I mean, it goes on. But I will not sit here and say everything was just white picket fences. I can even remember that I did actually have a friend where her father wasn't active. And when she would talk about it to me, I can tell it was very painful for her. And I remember one time I took her to meet up with her dad. We were in high school, so I would say we were maybe 16 or 17. And I remember that I took her to meet up with her dad. I think her dad was going to give her something. I don't know if it was a holiday or something. But I can't say that when we made that encounter, you can tell the relationship was not there. It was incredibly awkward. You could tell they had no type of relationship with each other. And that was just so unusual to me because when, going back to me and my father, I mean, when we together, I mean, we are talking about all kinds of things. We're talking about gossiping about family members. Sorry, family. We're talking about what's going on in the world. We're talking about what we did yesterday. We're talking about what we plan on doing tomorrow. Or sometimes we don't even talk at all. We would just be in the living room just chilling. I'll be watching TV or he'll be watching something, and it's just normal. So like I was saying, to go back to what I was saying, I know that although that I had a experience with having both parents in the home, I know that a lot of black young children, male and female, unfortunately don't have that opportunity. But to go back to what I'm saying, the reason why I wanted to review this video is because it was a nice video. I'm not going to say that being a father, you should just, for some reason, the black community, being an active father, especially on social media, is like something that people damn near seems like, you want to have like a standing ovation for being a father, when that should just be natural. If you procreate with someone and a child, comes into this world, it's automatic that you're going to be a parent and you're going to be there and do what do what you need to do. But it seems as though when it comes to black people, when an active father is doing what he's supposed to do, it's something astronomical, it's something unusual, it's something to be clapped upon. But what stood out on this video is that a lot of specifically black women, instead of just maybe swiping by, maybe liking and swiping and keeping it moving, they went to the comment section and specifically pointed out that these children were lighter skinned, alluding to maybe they were mixed or they were procreated with other races of women. And some comments even went on to say that they're trying to erase our race, which is virtually impossible. More black women and men are procreating with each other than them going outside. Now, men do, I guess you would term, divest from the community more than black women, but it's not as high of a rate as social media tries to make it out to be. So let's go into this video that I'm specifically talking about, and let's play it, and then we're going to go over the comments. So I'm going to play the video, and we're going to see what I'm talking about.
It's the best part of being a girl dad.
Seeing her grow, man, when she's just learning new things.
You can't even explain it, man, like the level of responsibility that you feel.
I feel like it gives you purpose. You got a little female version of yourself.
I mean, look, producing such a production.
Seeing your own mother in your child.
I'm a general sensitive person anyway, but see, when you have a daughter, bro, it brings out a different side of you.
A daddy-daughter relationship, when it's nurtured properly, it's a special thing, man.
Even when their personality comes through and they start talking to you, telling you things they think.
Yeah, man, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
The hardest part, wait. Oh, knowing that she's gonna grow up.
Your thoughts can run away with you, as in, you think about them growing older and all the little crosses them that's around.
Hey, listen, you, yeah?
So the hardest part, I would say, is the sassiness.
Watching her cry. Especially when it's because you've told her off.
Having to limit your love so you don't spoil them. Obviously you want to do everything, but you can do too much.
There's no hard part, really and truly. It's all a blessing, it's humbling. What else was the hard part?
That's the hard part.
Wow. I just worry about just how this world is and how evil it can be, do you get me? And it's just about protecting them and guarding them and growing them in the best possible way, with the best morals, to become one of them good people in the world. Bye, Link Up TV.
Bye, Link Up TV.
Yeah.
So that was the video. It was just, that's the, basically it was talking about, you know, the fathers and their daughters and how they want to raise up their daughters and how they admire being a girl dad, right? You know, nice wholesome video, whatever, you know, nice video. But one particular person on X, which I went down her page, and she has very race-based, divestment, colorism, texturism, clickbait type content on her channel. So she said it's a very wholesome video, and obviously it's sweet. They have healthy relationships with their daughters, but wow, the pattern is really screaming. So with that, you'll be like, you know, anyone would ask, what is she talking about that the patterns are really screaming? So basically, she's trying to say that the amount of lighter skinned children is alarming. Now, if you watch the video, let's play it again, and I'll mute it. If you watch the video, it's a makeup of all variation colors of children. That's a black child. That's you know, I'm not even about to sit here and try to measure up who's black and who's not, right? But obviously you can see these children are mixed and fully black. But this person wanted to make some clickbait content and rile up people and take something that could have been so beautiful and so positive and turn it into a race, gender war, texturism, colorism war BS. And it's like, I get upset with women online that continuously talk about black men's preferences when I thought the argument that women were coming with, because I've been in all these spaces, and a lot of women rebuttal or reaction or whatever you want to call it to the black manosphere, you know, the fresh and fit and all those other idiots, is to divest or decenter men. But it's hard to argue decentering or divesting when you're so easily triggered by content that shouldn't even be your concern, because first off, you're supposed to be divested, and second, you're supposed to be decentering men. So it just upsets me that it goes so far to now we're sizing up children. Whether these men choose to be with white women, Asian women, Hispanic, whatever, that's their choice. That's what they want to go with, and whatever happens within those choices with those men, that's on them. Let them, if it works out, it works out. If it don't, that's on them. Let them crash and burn if they want to. But the last thing black women need to do is be on the internet publicly screaming and crying about not being chosen, or men choosing to procreate with women that they assuming are non-black. Because you can't assume that these children have white mothers. We don't know. Their mothers could have been lighter skin. You know, we don't know what could be the genetic makeup of these children. But the last thing you need to do is to be sizing up children and talking about men's preferences and colorism. I mean, this argument is getting so old, and I just want to really see women elevate from this. And if they say they're going to decenter men, actually stand up on your statement. So let's go through some of these comments that these women were talking about. So these are some of the comments. I'm going to just pause it. I wish I can zoom it in, but I can't. So some of these comments are like, it says, love to see black men taking care of kids, but slowly the erasure of our people will be upon us. It's sad, really, people breeding for lighter skin, all because of self-hate and the effects of slavery. It's not negative, it's reality. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be naive and say that's not true. Now, you do have black men out here trying to assimilate and have proximity to whiteness. We know this. We know that there's men out here that want to procreate with lighter skinned women that they think will elevate them, and whatever of that sort. But what I want to see is black women not care, and really and truly not care. And if you're going to divest, fully divest, and divest into the community that you choose, but do not care about what they're doing. Because, I mean, if you don't want these men and you're going to other communities, why even care? If you're divesting and you find that mate that's maybe Asian, Hispanic, white, whatever, when you have children by, those other ethnicities, by your own argument, you're essentially erasing your own race as well. So it's just, these arguments don't make sense. I really think these are disgruntled women that are mad because they're not being chosen or getting the results that they want. But trust me, if these men are colorist, texturist, and things of that sort, you don't want these men anyway. They're not what you want. So let me go back and read some more. It says, I really don't understand their dislike for us. They hate us. I'm going to die on that hill. That's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane. Let's see. It says it's not going to be a dark-skinned person left by 2050. This fear-mongering is out of control. So it says, am I tripping? Hold on. It says, am I tripping, or all these comments are saying the same thing? Let's call out this pattern. Brothers are washing out the melanin by the women they choosing to procreate with. Simple. Let's see. So that's the gist of the comments. Let me see what else. It says one comment stood out. It was talking about men and the UK. So it says, let me go to it on my phone. Let me see. So it says, let me bring it up some. It says, I feel like most black men in the UK don't notice colonialism hits harder there since it's done with very subtle executions. So that could be true. That could be true. They have a different black experience than us American have. They can't compare ours to theirs. It's certain undertones of things that us Americans and black people from the UK can identify with. But we have a totally different history, totally different experience. Most people from the UK migrated there. I don't think there was any enslavement in the UK. I don't think there was at all. No. So if there was, please correct me. I'm open to new information. I'm not sure. But their experience is totally different. They definitely go through colorism, racism. But to equate their experience fully to ours, that wouldn't be fair. And that is just the gist of what I wanted to talk about. I feel like women, black women, my sisters, we have to not let the colorism, the preference talk, and all that really get to us. I know it's hard as women, especially from the men that's supposed to be our men. But my thing is, if they don't want, if the ones that don't want to be aligned with us or associated or procreate or marry or whatever the case, then that is what it is. Date outside, date still, I mean, you can still date black men, you can still date outside your race, but always date with standards. Always have discernment with any man of any race. Always have confidence. Always know that you are the prize. Like, so that's all I had to say about this topic. It was really disturbing to see people size up children. If you find the video, it's thousands of comments, thousands. The ones I the ones I read were just a few. But if you find the initial post and you go through those comments, you can be like, what is going on with as a black woman? If you're reading this, you're gonna be like, what is going on with black women? Like, we have to, if we're going to, I don't fall into that decentering men, because I feel like most of the women that's on that decentering man trope only talk about men in their content. So I'm not going with the decentering men, because I feel like women need men and men need women. It is what it is. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to flow. But black women, we are worthy. We are beautiful. Our skin tones, all shades are beautiful, whether they're light to the deepest, darkest chocolate. And it's okay. It's okay to be black. It's okay to have curly hair. It's okay to have kinky hair. Love black women in all shades. And I'm out.